Rubber baby buggy bumper. It's been a while since I've streamed on the PS4. Bippity bippity bop. I'm content. Sounds pretty good to me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Biomutant. It's the first time, or not first time, I'm going to start over, shall I? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Biomutant. This is the second winner of the second poll I conducted. So for those who are unaware, this is a open world post-apocalyptic game. I think the best way I can describe the gameplay is it's akin to something like Horizon Zero Dawn, but with more aesthetic that resembles something like Fallout. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna be a Merkle. Define your character starting attributes to see more details.
Define your genetic structure.
Oh man, I do deeply enjoy how they tie your stats into your physical look. Oh, that's kind of amazing. Okay, I've got to go with that just because of the nose.
Choose a genetic resilience.
I personally find cold resistance tends to be some of the most useful in games like this. But I'm going to do like 50-50 cold and radioactivity.
Choose your fur style.
Right. Fur. What do I want my fur to be? Lightning bolt. I'm Harry Potter. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one because I like that.
Pick
It's
your
on the
main
ears.
color.
Let me see.
Choose your detail color.
Yes, your detail, aka, the bigger part of the body. Brownish color. There we go. I like
Pick
that.
a class.
Okay, let's see. Deadeye. The Deadeye is tricky, skillful rogue. Life outside.
Commando.
Yes, I am Commando, just like the Governator. Let's see. The Commando is trained in elite special operations force. Commandos are used to working in smaller teams.
Deadeye. Commando.
Fury range weapon attacks inflicts 10% more damage.
Deadeye. Commando. Psyfreak. Saboteur. Sentinel.
Nice hat. Nice canabo.
Sats Commando.
Let's see.
Deadeye. Commando.
I think I'm gonna go with Commando.
Commando chosen.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's go. Move.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
If you say so.
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around eventually.
Hello, shoulder angels.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
My nature, well, I'm kind of a raccoon, so better go find
In
a
your
trash can to
nature,
raid.
and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest, and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress. And as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Well, yeah, but there'd have to be no furniture in the room either. And you'd have nowhere to sit. Or
Right
some
is
night.
always right.
That's a bit redundant. Okay.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
Oh no. Not predators. New main quest. Meat eaters meat.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family?
Well, no,
Or did
it's
you
just the start of the
choose to
game.
forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Okay, why did I bring my hand up to my face? Did I just like eat a flea out of there? Lupin. Hello, Valentine. Oh, good to know. Let me fix that. Oakley dokley. How's that sound? Oh, wrong button. I mean, do you really need to give, jumping and shooting its own special name? I mean, I'm not complaining, but... Okay, sounds good. Oh, nice. Hey, check it out. I'm Crash Bandicoot. Nice. Be ashamed. I took out your giant club with my dinky little combat knife.
This is not the time nor place to end this story.
You sure about that? Because, I mean, that would be kind of a surprise twist if it just ended right here.
Hello.
Hello, my wife is here. How are you, honey?
I'm tired.
I believe you.
COVID sucks, guys. Don't get it. Don't do it. Wash your hands. Do good things. Be nice to your body. How are you, love?
I'm all right.
I'm surprised you're streaming with the voice the way it is.
Yeah, I just really wanted to play Biomutant.
Fair enough. Do you have liquid?
No,
Do you want me to grab you liquid?
not at the moment.
Cause oh god. I only just talked for a little bit in my class and I'm dying.
Wait, do I have... Huh, okay.
Do you have a different weapon than you're used to?
Well, I mean, I'm playing a class I've never played before.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just surprised I get both a pistol and a rifle.
Rad. Is there like a sniper?
No.
Damn it. I can never play this game.
Yes, you can, honey.
Predator isn't the only threat.
But I'm stealth child. I'm the kind that plays with bows and arrows.
Ever heard of the game? Ever. It looks so fun. Yeah, it's a very unique game, to say the least. Because I like the fact that since, rather than just having the animals speak English, all of them speak in, cutesy gobbledygook, and the narrator just translates everything for you.
I feel like I know the voice of the narrator.
I do too, but I
Is he
have...
like the Stanley Parable guy?
I don't know, maybe.
The last time I saw you playing this, you had rabbit ears, didn't you?
No, I was just wearing a helmet with rabbit ears.
Oh, okay. I can't remember what amalgamation of cute you made, so.
Shouldn't take much more.
It's also weird because the thing I played before used two-handed weapons, but, well, I wanted to try something completely different, and so I'm just fighting with a teeny little combat knife.
Bless. Don't die.
But again, I get to start with an automatic rifle, so.
That's fair. Oh, God.
Let's see. Of course, it's a unique game. Luke, it's one you like. You really enjoy these out of left field games, and so it's lovely to get introduced to them.
Aw.
You're not wrong about that. The other thing that I love about this, I don't know if I'm going to get to it in this stream, but the out of left field names that these animals have, because they're living in the ruins, because this is after, all of humanity's been wiped out. So just the names they come up for things, it's like they're very on the nose and sound kind of cute and funny, even though it's like, let's see, cool. Let's see, to attach specific effects.
I will leave you to it. I have homework.
Yep.
I love you.
Love
Bye,
you too.
everybody.
Looks interesting. I look forward to learning about it. Yeah, I really like this game. Albeit, I'm not the biggest fan. So this game does have New Game Plus, which does open up a bunch of new possibilities that weren't available on your first playthrough, but I'm really not the biggest fan of it as a whole because I feel it. I'm never the biggest fan. I like New Game Pluses when it makes things easier, but so often, what's the word I'm looking for? You start a new game and it does unlock new stuff for you to do, or just, new ways of playing through the game that you couldn't before, but you keep all of your equipment and levels, and I'm like, that's just as boring to me. It's like in Final Fantasy XII's New Game Plus, it started you at level 90. Level 90. I'm like, why would I want to play that? It's boring.
The oil sludges everywhere. For most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the need
So
to
yeah,
survive.
even though I have played this game before, just so I didn't have a infinite undiscovery reaction to this game before I streamed it, this isn't a New Game Plus because again, I do not like the New Game Plus option for this game. Yes, I know there are some. Anyway, blah blah blah. Ah, Sludge Soaker. Oh yeah, the gear. So the metal uh, equipment or the metal scrap I just picked up is called a clink because that's the noise it makes. Cool. Explore the sludge ruins. Also, I love my character's giant nose. I didn't really care about anything else about the design. I just wanted the giant ass nose. Like Persona 4, where yes, you have all your persona, but you're still level 1 and base equipment. Yeah, no, I agree. I think Persona is a good example of New Game Plus since getting every single persona in the game requires a ton of grinding, which you might not want to do on a second playthrough, but your leveling is still the same. Or in like the Tail series, you have to actually earn points to buy stuff for your New Game Plus. So it's like, hey, maybe you want to you level up faster, but to do that, you then can't afford to keep all of your learned skills or something like that. Like that's how you make New Game Plus fun. But so minor spoiler, this game has multiple tribes that you interact with. In a normal playthrough, you can only join one of two, even though there's like 10, I think. So the only way to join all the others is to play New Game Plus. Which, once again, given that you keep your level and all your equipment, that just seems rather boring to me. Although, I have noticed that I think my tail's a lot smaller in this playthrough than it was my initial one. I think just because I picked a different mutation to play as. Oh, some enemies have large shields. You break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy. Oh! Yes, because my tiny little combat knife could so cleanly cleave the Kabul. Okay, I also love the onomatopoeia in this game. Yeah, so this game first came on my radar because it was being developed by THQ Nordic, the company behind the Darksiders franchise. And I'm like, I gotta own this game just so I can support the company because I want to get more Darksiders. Defeating enemies and completing quests will give you XP. Leveling up allows you to raise one of your attributes by 10. Let's gain 1 point that you can use to unlock skills, blah, blah, blah.
Honey, I'm gonna regret this,
What?
but I'm curious what your Starscream sounds like with this voice.
I can't do it.
You can't? Oh, okay.
I tried doing it last night.
No, that's so sad. I mean, I'm free, but also that's so sad.
Let's see. When you level up, you can blah. Let's see. Vitality increases that increases armor, strength, speed, barter, loot. Let's see. I'm trying. I don't remember. Don't think any of these raise my damage to guns. So I think I'll just get some extra strength for now. Cool upgrade. Automatic rifles. Okay. Yeah, I'll buy that. Let's see.
Oh, honey, you know you still have the protective film on these so they're not as shiny, right?
Yes.
Okay, just double checking.
Sorry, AFK fixing the recliner set up for the maximum coziness. Yes, get cozy. Okay, with my combat knife, I kind of feel like I'm Bilbo with Sting.
Look, an emergency box from the once was.
Oh, that's right. This is where I get my crowbar. Old world clawbar. I guess the surviving crows in this world didn't want their name, copyrighted, so. Bad joke. Hello, I have arrived. You may now bow down and worship me.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
It's not weak, it's just going through some stuff right now, okay? Okay, I'm not the only one who saw that thing evaporate, right? Let's see, you look like a robe goblin in someone's D&D game.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Wait, Valentine, I can see ya. Bang.
The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Rods that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Oh, yeah. I guess I kind of need bullets. I want to bop the cute snout so badly. They're adorable. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I don't know if this character's the avatar character's pronoun is ever specified. So I think the idea is that the protagonist is whatever you want them to be. I think if I'm wrong about that, I will issue a formal apology. But that's something I do like about this game is that you're an animal, and yeah, some animals there's a distinct difference between male and female, but sometimes you can't tell the difference, so they didn't really put focus on picking your gender or anything like that. Ooh, bio points. Okay. Nothing there. Reminds me of Ratchet and Clank, this style and the humor. I've actually never played Ratchet and Clank, but I am familiar with it. But, so, I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, I could see the comparison. I always have liked Ratchet's, or not, Ratchet's the main character, right? Um, yeah, if he's the main character, I've always liked Ratchet's design. Let me phrase that. He's the animal, not the robot. That's what I meant to say.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
I also like the fact that, well, they're not going to call humans humans because why would they know that? Ratchet is the animal and he's the engineer. Cool. Yeah, I do like his design. Yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah, I remember how to do this puzzle.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
So yeah, if it wasn't obvious, this game does have a very, very strong environmental message to it. I don't mind too much, especially since it's like
Pew is never a good
it's not like say random monster movies that try to throw in a oh and polluting's bad.
warning label.
It's kind of part of the whole theme and aesthetic, so
Brain melt.
I don't mind too much.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
I mean, it would, but I clicked easy for the sake of not, making sure the stream doesn't go for too long. Or let me phrase that just to make sure that we're not stuck in a single location for hours. Hello. I forgot we met you here.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Hey guys, if you're familiar with the X-Men, you should know that just because he's in a wheelchair doesn't mean he can't handle himself.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one.
Oh my god, I just noticed the comic book sound effects. There's no game audio at all now. Oh, there's no game audio now? Shit, hold on. Oh, the phone. How did that happen? problem. Okay. Game audio. Okay, is it too loud now? Can you still hear me? But
Scrapalicious.
that's totally a word. Hey, wait. Where'd out of date go? Okay, cool. So, back to the game, I suppose. I mean, you're dangling a rope, and now you're telling me I can't climb up the rope. That's just unfortunate. Oh, there's out of date.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to
Entirely
find
from
your
the
way
animal
back.
perspective and what
But he's
they
grateful
understand
you
instead
have.
of dialogue with another person. Yep,
It was after the attack that the
I know
unity
that sort of
fell
thing can
apart.
definitely be an acquired
Your
taste,
Muma's disciples
but
divided
I greatly
and
appreciate
formed
it.
tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Flashback.
Asks if you were
forgot about
tired,
the
as it's
Pompadour.
a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki.
Child could have been anyone.
The Nono
Anyone is referring to
prefer
the fact
hide
that you
in
can pick
bitter
classes,
grass.
right?
He says you
Yeah,
can get
yeah,
over
because
them roughly.
there's
See if you
5
can make
classes in
one
this
come
game.
out of hiding.
Shoot, I know I just picked him I picked my class a short while ago. But I don't remember them all off the top of my head. Yeah. No, mine was... Yeah, I think mine was Commando. Yeah, that's why I made that Schwarzenegger joke.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate
Oh, and there's also
his
5
life
different
with.
mutation
He has the
variants you could
feeling
be.
The fate of the world depends on it.
So yeah, that also probably plays a part
You'll
into
need
it
to
as well.
support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done
Why
anything
does
else.
your
He's impressed.
best before look like a 60s
One day,
grease
he hopes
punk?
the tree will
Who
have grown
cares?
tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become
But no, that is a
one
good
with the
question.
tree.
I mean, considering how big the tree is in the present, I'm wondering either A, how fast does the tree grow, or B... Okay, that answers that question.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt.
You'd be surprised what people doubt about, even if they see
From
it.
this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
Yes, a tree spider.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the second coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the hoof puff at the end of the east route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
I love that these world enders are called
Out of
puffs.
Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route.
Yes,
The road ahead
the
won't be
puffs.
easy,
Those
but
are the
he's
4 main
counting on your
bosses
support.
you
His
have to
friends
beat
aren't strong enough
to
end
advance the
this on their
story.
own.
Loopy Lupin,
He
or whatever,
wants you to
he's also a
understand
boss
that
you have to
you'll
contend
all
with throughout the
die
game, but
if
he's
the
his
tree
own
isn't saved.
he's his own deal. We'll talk about him later.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Yay. Let's see. I don't remember. So obviously, out of date used to be best before, and now he's out of date. And everyone else just kind of picks names that are appropriate. I don't know if we ever get a name besides maybe, I don't know, the Ronin or something.
You're getting the hang of it.
So I'm going to call myself the Bullet Ball. Oh my god, this game is great. It's so silly, but plays it straight. And that makes it even better. Yeah, I mean, technically, if you examine the tones of the game, this game is dark as shit.
Where they came in, and
But
the rope looks strong
it's
enough.
so adorable and so in its own world. It's kind of hilarious.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Biomutant. I don't think that logo's very clear. Could you turn the sun down? Oh no, credits are rolling. That means it's getting serial. Oh, wait. Is this the fast travel?
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically
Okay,
challenged.
so let's see. It's definitely intention to have the tone and themes offset with cute characters and silly names, comic book sound effects, which helps the game easier to play. Okay, so these are our fast travel markers in this game because it is an open world. Most games you have to interact with these at least once. Just watch what I do.
Let's see.
So I know that the way I did that does imply male anatomy, but again, I don't know if our gender's ever stated, so until I see it otherwise, I'd like to just pretend that our character's whatever we want them to be. Again, not that our gender really matters that much. It's one of the puffs. I'm pretty sure that's one of the puffs.
That must be the World Eater
Yep.
that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Yo.
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to
The
other enclaves,
dialogue in this
but
game
never
kind of reminds
expected
me,
one
or
to
not
come
the
all the way
dialogue,
here.
the animal noises kind of remind me of Spore.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives.
Oh, the Stay
attack.
Puft Marshmallow Man was the one who brought about the end of the world, and these are his
He
children.
doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Now, outside of unlocking different abilities based on your light or dark order or aura, as well as just the moral choices involved, I'm not 100% sure if it affects anything other than... I mean, I know that your ability to persuade some people is based on your aura, but thankfully, unlike, say, Mass Effect, where you're punished if you don't stick to one route or another, you can get some dark aura and some light aura, and you're not really at risk of anything major. I admit I usually do tend to go with the light aura just because that's the type of character I play, but...
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your
Ghostbuster
actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
Yep. Because like this sort of
He's
thing,
grateful
I'm,
for that.
I'm more
You
inclined to
still
help,
seem to have a spark
you know,
of light in
people rather than just be like, piss off. Especially since it's not like this actually uses up a healing item in my inventory.
Spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always
Burn.
making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Because again, unlike Mass Effect, where you're like weighing a scale, you know, either towards light or towards dark, you're literally just accumulating light or dark points. So just because I get 2 dark points doesn't mean I lose 2 light points or something like that.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
Those games don't have good reasons for you to
Out
do
of
bad
Date says
things,
you
so
will
it makes
make a
sense to
better
do light
stand
options
against
more
the World
often.
Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Let's see, how long has your character been out? Like, Out of Date is old, like decades older. I don't know, especially since I don't know how long these animals live. I'm going to be right back. I need to do something real quick. It shouldn't take long. Now, one thing I am kind of curious about is him recommending that I go to the myriads, is that just because of the two choices that affect my aura? I've picked both light and let's see. So yeah, so here are the tribe list, the myriad, they're all about maximum light. These guys are maximum dark, just kind of light, they're dark, etc. So I'm wondering, it's like, if I had made some dark choices, would he recommend I go over to these boys? Or would he stand by his guns of going to the myriad because they don't want to kill the world tree, which is something Out of Date's been spending a good deal of his life on? I don't know. I do think it's kind of interesting. I'm always not the biggest fan of when a game presents you with a choice, but then the game is scripted to kind of stack in favor of one choice over the other. It's one of the main reasons I utterly despise Fire Emblem Fates. But oh yeah, if you see on the right hand side, I don't know if that's displaying my current. Yeah, that's displaying my current aura. Then on the bottom, it tells you this is how much of said aura you need. Oh, hello. Sorry, I can't say your name as it's in a different language. I don't like that either way gives a choice if you're... Let's see, I don't like that either way give a choice if you're intentionally stacking it. Sorry, could you clarify what you mean by that, Valentine? So I want to make sure I understand exactly what it is you're saying.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Let's see. The low road leads to the light. That's rather interesting. Why give a choice of factions or good and bad options if the game is stacking them in favor of one type of option over the other? It makes things weighted. I agree. It's like, if the game's going to give you a choice to, do evil things or dark things or whatever, however you want to contextualize it, make the punishment for doing that just seeing characters suffer, or maybe seeing some negative effects in the world itself, but don't have the narrative itself, go on and on about it, because it makes it just kind of feels like bad storytelling about, because it now feels like they're saying, yes, we want to give you a choice, but only if you make the right choice. I don't know, maybe I said that wrong, but I hope that kind of made sense. It's like, point is, let the consequences be seen just by, I don't know, I don't have a good way to describe this. But again, one of the reasons why I hate Fire Emblem Fates is because the two versions of the game are supposed to be like, you make a choice between your family, but then the game goes out of its way to be like, oh yeah, siding with the Nor family, the more European-inspired design family, the family in Fire Emblem Conquest. It's like, oh yeah, the king's a total evil bastard, and siding with them is the wrong choice. Like, well, go to hell. The entire appeal
This
of the
area
game
was
of these
beautiful
two
before
Fire
the
Emblem games
tribal
was you get to
began.
make
Look
a
at it.
choice.
It's a war zone.
At least Three Houses, as flawed as that game's choice was, waited until the game was over half over before they had the audacity to say, technically one of these was the wrong choice. It still happens, so it kind of sucks, but I digress. Then again, I'm one of those Fire Emblem pure... Oh, am I not high enough level? Level needed 3, got it. Honestly, anytime a game has morality points, it's only telling you what is right and wrong instead of letting the player decide what it is. Yeah. Like, at least I remember in a game like Fable, never played it, but I remember it, you know, via reputation. The moral points were more for cool aesthetic changes in the way your character looked. Like I said, I don't remember if this is how it works, but I'm hoping what these, for lack of a better word, morality points, like the light and dark aura is that it just changes the way that different members of different tribes interact with you. It's like the more light tribes, maybe they'll be more willing to, you get the idea. I don't know. I never encountered that when I did my initial playthrough to kind of get an idea of how this game felt. But I don't know.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be
Because
friends?
like, I get that conceptually something like Mass Effect, it wasn't supposed to be morality. It was supposed to be reputation. Unfortunately, as I've complained a couple times, I feel they kind of screw the pooch a bit on that system.
Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance.
Hello.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. He let you in, but thinks you should be patient when it comes to the seafood.
I can do that. You want me to leave my weapons? I'll leave the knife, but the rifle stays with me. So you see, I had an apple this big, and then it got away from me, and then it went all around the merry-go-round, and then I dropped it on the ground, then did the YMCA. Or, oh, I guess we could let him translate for us instead.
Way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a
Wait,
better
so you're
place.
saying that stopping the things that are literally eating the world will make the
He
world
welcomes you
better?
to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has the wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. Myriad wants unity between the
I
tribes.
prefer reputation
Their goal
to
is
any moral
understanding
system
of the greater
because
good
it's
and
affecting how other
establishing a
people
code
see
of
you
honor.
based on your
If you
choices,
believe there's
not the
somebody
game
in
yelling
the
at
one,
you,
there's
good or
still
bad.
hope
Yep,
for
I can
tomorrow.
agree with that.
We'll unite the
I also
tribes and
like how the
defeat
first
the
2
World
Dragon
Eaters
Age
to
games
save the
handled,
Tree of Life.
it wasn't morality, it was more an affection system that was based on individual characters. Your choices could increase or decrease how the characters felt towards you in any given moment.
He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The
Well,
Sifu
depends
was
on who you're
waiting
doing
for
good
something
for.
to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Okay.
You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks.
Undertale
Tells
approach,
you
got
not
it.
to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with
I do
your
need to do a
family are
playthrough of this
strong
game at some point and
can
just be a total
sometimes come
prick
to
to
life.
see if everyone
Passing the
keeps going
old-
on and on. Oops, I didn't mean to skip that. Keeps going on about how kind I am, even though my soul has darkness in it, whatever. Or at the very least, just, you know, start a new game, make all the dark choices, and then see what everyone talks about. I don't know. Ow, my toe. Got some new gear. Oh. Still too low a level. Okay. I like this place's design. Cool. New combat blade. But until I find a crafting bench, I can't really see if it's better than my current blade. Yeah, I guess I could look in my inventory, but no, ain't no one got time for that crap. Let's see, this is the one I already interacted with, right?
Let's see.
Yes, it is. For those cause a lot of designers of morality systems are not big picture people and would think killing a man who's gonna blow up a ship of innocent people makes you bad, and it's frustrating. Yeah. It's kind of like in Mass Effect 2, blowing up the Renegade Geth is considered the renegade option. But it's like, the alternative is to wipe their minds and reprogram them, which to me, at the very least, that, I would argue, is more morally bankrupt. Or, again, as it says, renegade seems more like something, someone who doesn't really care about, following what's could be considered a morally correct by society. I don't know. I can agree. So, Red Steel for the Wii, it was a Wii launch title, had an interesting idea that if you spared enemies, you'd get honor. I think that are honor points in a sense. It was an interesting, or reputation, I don't know. Point is that the more you got, the more combat maneuvers you could learn, because more people would respect you and want to teach you. At least that's how it was supposed to work on paper. That's not really how it worked in execution. Then again, Red Steel in general can be summed up as a game of good ideas, but it was a Wii launch title made by a third party, so it was very clearly just made to launch with the Wii, so it didn't get the development time it should have. To be perfectly frank, when that team went on to make Red Steel 2, oh my goodness, I hate Red Steel 2. Took everything almost good about Red Steel 1 and just made it bad. There we go. Let's see. It's also the way Undertale's morality is also frustrating because the message is nice, but child trapped in the underground who with monsters who want to kill you and take your soul. Yeah. Oh.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Your reserves are tapped.
You can't prove that. Just because the bar is empty on screen doesn't mean I'm completely tapped. Oh wait, the game, yeah, since I can't do it anymore, yes, I guess the game is telling me that. Time to go down, Fuzzy Wump. His name is whatever I say it is. Because I'm going to beat his ass and he'll beat my bitch. And that's all she wrote. It's also wide. Oh wait, that's still the same. That's the same comment as before. Okie dokie. Okay, honestly, right there, his face kind of looks like the trolls from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, kinda, yeah.
Actually, I think it might resemble a bit more the trolls from the first Hobbit movie, but I mean, they're
The animated one?
no, the Peter Jackson one.
Oh.
I mean, I know that technically they're based off the same model, but
They made him a little goofier in Hobbit.
well, that's because they
They're supposed
overuse.
to be goofy.
I would argue it's because they overused CGI in The Hobbit for everything, so there wasn't as much time to make this, everything look good, Since, they tried to use people in costumes as much as they could in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so when they had to use CGI, it looked good.
Like,
As
all
long
of
as
them
you're
stands
happy
out.
about it.
Yep. But since Azok was completely CG and not, a guy in a suit, he never looks like he's...
There.
Yeah. I'm actually curious how much of your side of the conversation could actually have been, was actually picked up.
I can talk pretty loud despite I project.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm such a loner. I've got my hat pulled down so far, I can't even... Nice. I like the way that looks.
Looking better than ever.
But now your fur can't be seen.
Yep.
That's a shame.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to get used to that one. Yeah, I don't like how, because you get to customize your fur color, how much almost every bit of equipment completely covers your
And there's
character.
no way to, turn off equipment in a sense.
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe something like that was patched in since I played it last, but I'm not familiar.
Time
They're
is
like
lost on
almost
this
being
place,
right.
but it evokes a tingling
That's
sensation.
and even then, that's arguably more of a
Something special
BioWare
about
thing.
it, drawing you closer.
I think that's why I've never been super happy with other shooters and stuff.
But you can't always customize yourself in other shooters.
That's fair. Maybe that's the other reason. I don't know. No, it's just because I suck. at
Let's
shooters.
see.
I suck so bad. Mass Effect, I don't know how I oh, it's because I'm sniping.
Well, it's
I
also
try to.
because, I mean, Mass Effect is a
As
story,
time passes,
is a
memories
RPG that just
fade, and
happens to use
sometimes
guns.
feelings change. It's not about who you were; it's about who you'll become. This story
Besides the
is
fact
far
this
from
game
over.
does, if you play a Sentinel or a Saboteur, it is more about button mashing with your melee weapons.
Thank God.
Again, I just picked the
Echoes of a
Commando because I
long-lost
wanted to do
past,
something
like
completely
whispers in the
different.
Right.
Since,
Oh, you're cute.
yep.
Tiny.
Hey, it's Goop!
Here,
You wanna know why I
someone
remember
who
Goop so
takes
vividly?
each day as it comes.
He's an otter. Or at least he's supposed to be. I know, with
Wonders
feet
where
like
you've
that,
been.
maybe he was
thinks
supposed to be a
you've been out at
platypus
the
at some
lake,
point. They just
practicing
forgot to
your
put the
swimming
beak on.
technique. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what you're doing. But fortunately, he's here to give you a helping hand.
Mustache.
He
Yep.
thinks you should
I don't
really
think he
know
has
how
that
to
mustache
swim
when we
by
meet him
now.
later in life.
Oh no.
And
The
he'll be
radiation
honored.
melted it off.
Would me or Abby ever play Borderlands? Personally, no. I played Borderlands once and I did not like it at all.
I don't know. I feel like I suck. It's a shooter. Guys, if you guys need to go, just watch
He says
We
that
play-
wasn't too bad, was it?
Left 4 Dead 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just go watch that.
It should
and
be in one of our holiday or Halloween special playlists.
You'll understand. I'm terrible at shooters. Absolutely terrible.
Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Judging
I've
by
been
your
pretty
moon's look,
quickly,
it
heavily
seems you
convinced
forgot something.
To pick up a
Hey,
shooter.
ma'am.
You promised
Is that a
you'd train with
wombat?
her before the sun
That's
goes
my
down.
ma'am.
It's
Ah,
time
is she
to
a
go.
wombat?
I don't know. I do think her design actually mimics whatever I customized.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I'm pretty sure she didn't have that giant ass nose my first playthrough.
Rad.
The
The
dedication
second
to
one
training
that
is
has
important.
better
You can't
controls
rely
and
solely on the fact
much,
that Wang Fu is
and a
in your
better,
blood.
much funnier story. Okay.
You should know.
I've
Practice
heard
makes
Jesse liked
perfect.
it.
Yeah. If Jesse ever becomes
see you at
available
the
again, maybe
village
we could get
square.
her to play it for the channel.
She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow.
Now, I do know that based on your reactions in the child segments, it will actually affect how some of these characters react to you when you see them as an adult. But I think it is mostly just
Here's
superficial
another
for
familiar
fun,
face
so
on
it's
Locke's
not
on
like
his mind.
being a complete dick to them is going to screw you over as an
He
adult.
was
It's more
hoping you
just
could help
something
him
fun.
pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some.
New main quest, upcycling. Yes, I know I said I was going to go meet with my mom, but I got a new side quest. I mean, it's the law of an RPG. I have to do this first.
It's also just kind of like the law of this household. Side quests first.
He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts.
Yes. My phone here,
You can
it
work
counts.
wonders
See?
with
1,
almost anything
2,
and asks if
3,
you know
4.
how to
Oh, you
upcycle.
mean in terms of it has value.
He looks like Goggles from Banjo-Kazooie.
He says
You mean
only
bottles?
a few
Bottles,
are
yeah.
willing to do the little things, but if you make
You know, now
enough
that
of
that's
them,
on,
they
I'm
can have a
really
big
debating on
impact.
getting the Nintendo Switch Online Pass,
He'd love to
just so I
teach
can
you to
actually
upcycle,
finally play
and the
Banjo
scrap
Kazooie
you
for the
found
first
would
time.
be a good start.
Because
Then
again,
we could have Majora's Mask again.
We have Majora's Mask.
We can have it for a. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have it for a 5th time. I will own it 5 ways.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, you are right.
I can own my favorite video game.
Honest,
in
the
5
side
different
quests
ways.
in 90% of RPGs are more fun than the main quest. Plus, that's where they stick most of the.
Like good story.
I love
I'm
Tales of.
looking at you, Tails.
I
Love.
I love the Tales series. I really do. But but I missed a very important side quest because I didn't know where to look for it, which gives you the final boss's entire backstory and motivation.
Oof.
Let's see. Welcome to the crafting.
You did well, but
Why,
you
what's
can't
up?
help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon.
We have COVID, honey.
I know. That's why I was thinking DoorDash. But it's expensive.
Yes.
He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Uh-oh, Mama's mad.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together.
But Mom,
Always followed your own
unless you
path,
have a,
but
you know,
this time, she
unless you
needs
have a
to
terminal
follow
disease,
her.
just by saying that out loud guarantees you're going to die young.
Also, she is a mom in an RPG.
They look
Oh,
determined.
yeah.
Better watch out.
I mean, I know the Sifu mentioned that they were my mom's students, but I
He asks
genuinely
you to
forgot
stop
you see
right
them
there and wonders
younger
where you
here,
think
albeit
you're
I
going.
don't remember the one in the middle at all.
He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass.
None of you are as cool as Mido.
He wants to know who you think you are. They push each other to become better, and sometimes someone gets pushed down along the way.
Okay, well, I'll just hit you in the kneecaps, since...
Aw. Oh, you're actually using weapons.
Yep, well, I mean, I did make one, so I might as well use it.
It's still just like... Jeez.
Don't worry, guy, you'll be my Sifu later.
Is it Shifu?
They say Sifu in this game.
Oh.
What bullshit? I was pressing the square button.
I think you're supposed to lose that.
Okay. I genuinely don't remember this for my first playthrough.
Oh, they took your thing. Oh, hi, Mom.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they can get. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now.
Train with your Mooma.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him, too, before
Hello,
you leave for
Popsy.
training.
Is that your dad?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That being said, he kind of looks just like my mom in different clothing.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
He'll talk to her, sure. But
This
you know
isn't
she
some,
wants him
creepy
to
purebred
accept
animal, designer
responsibility
pet
for his
animal
actions
propaganda,
in the
is it?
He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
I can't decide if this is like weirdly preachy with environmentalism or if it's like actually being clever with it.
It's on the nose, I will admit, but I don't think it's preachy because it's kind of the game's central theme. And since it's about talking animals, I feel it's disconnected
curious
enough
to
from
see what
actual
you find.
reality that it doesn't feel, as bad, if you know what I mean. But that's just me.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA. He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right, the add-ons.
Oh, fun.
I don't think I actually added anything on.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. You should take it with you, wear it to practice.
But I didn't actually attach it
He's
because
looking
I
forward
clicked
to
the
seeing
finish
what you'll make
craft
next.
button, not...
It seems you have a talent for
Yeah,
this.
because
Can you go back in?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily want to because I don't carry this equipment over as an adult.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, then again, I guess it doesn't really matter. No, I can't access the...
Saddest of days, oh well.
Oh, well. Wait, where's the door I can actually use? I'm too small. Baby is broken. It's too small.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
I'm easily
you to
distracted.
understand
I
that you can
better
do
work on
anything
that.
if you work
No,
really
what? My
hard.
fingers aren't crossed. What are you talking about?
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Good, you didn't vomit with all those spinnings. Actually, one thing I do kind of like about this, kung fu, wung fu training is there is weapons training. Because sure,
Your Muma
Shaolin
says you
monks,
did well today. She's
yeah, I know
so
kung
proud
fu
of
as a whole is using combat, with your hands and fists or whatever, but I mean, Shaolin monks had actual weapons they trained in. Looking at you, hook sword. Love those things. Scary as hell.
Thanks you for being such a good student.
Even though you
Oh,
got here
been working on
late.
a present for you, with the help of
Doing
Gizmo and
community
Wiz.
service. That's very monk-like.
You should go see him
Yeah.
and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Oh, hey. I don't remember you either. Oh. Is this is where I get my automation. Wow, this thing is big compared to me.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see. Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion.
But yes, you'd better
Your
believe that
Muma
it will
says you
follow
look
you into the
tired.
bathroom
No one.
with your
It's been a long
magazine, so
day.
I'll be watching you.
She's so
Now,
happy.
I
you
do
made
know it
the
is
most of
possible to unlock other
Rest, and you'll
alternate
find
designs
strength
for your
tomorrow.
automation. Quite frankly, all the ones I unlocked in my last playthrough didn't really come close to looking as good as just the grasshopper design.
Nothing could stop Lupa from setting the world on fire.
Here I stand, let's face the world on fire.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail.
Now, I will say, in regards to the game being preachy or whatever, and not being sure about some of its messages, Lupa Lupin is something I'm not completely... I'm not going to get into it too much, just so it can happen, just so we can talk about it as the game unfolds. I wish he had been handled a tiny bit differently, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I can't outright say he's one of the game's main villains, but he is he's like your character's lifetime rival. Or, no, he's a lifetime enemy.
Whatever happens,
Rival would imply that he wants to play me, you know, to win my Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. Here it comes, the past coming to haunt the present.
Oh, I actually can hurt him. For a second, I thought, is this going to be an exercise in avoiding damage? Hey, assholes, it's your fault that I don't have that, you know, weapon to help me here. Maybe I could have saved my mom.
You must go
Hey, Mom, there's a
through
weird
fire
cat
and
out in
water to
back.
get out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water.
Well, but if I was swimming in blood, I might be able to stay afloat easier because it's thicker then. Also,
You're in
I don't
good
actually
surf.
see how
Don't make waves.
that
The
expression is
surf
relevant in this
goes where it
situation.
wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
Do-do. 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 Save me, man.
Yeah, bye, Mom.
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you.
A little anticlimactic.
The
Especially
creature
since
is
I'm not,
hungry
we
for
didn't
more.
actually see
Nothing is going to
him
stand in
chomp
its
on her or
way now.
anything.
Yeah, she just sunk. Didn't even give her a badass moment of like chucking you to the dock or something.
That'd have been cool.
If a
Also, what happened to our
sacrifice is made
Popsy?
for someone else, it's not lost.
Not
It's
sure.
passed on to the
That's-
next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about.
Like that.
What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory.
Bye, Dad. Three sizes.
As the moment fades and is lost, The only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
Yeah, that's totally the Stanley Parable guy. That has to be. Nordic THQ, right? That's the new company.
THQ Nordic.
Yeah, they still made this, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let's see. You can now craft weapons and multiply your gear in the crafting menu. Oh. I'm actually curious. Can I do that now? Yes, I can. With that placement, I get a night. Such a serious game, but still, still do lovely. Yeah, look at my look. If I put that there, I'll get like a spiked cod piece.
Don't do that. How would?
It's not even attached to anything. No matter where I put it, it looks stupid. Okay, I'm just putting it on the left arm. 'Cause I feel. Oh,
Step back, world.
that just.
I see what they're doing. I understand the intent. Definitely so try and avoid it clipping like crazy.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, one other thing I do really like about the weapon crafting, especially with the guns, there are so many different things you can do. Because, like, obviously the base type determines what type of gun. And then based on that, there are just so many other things you can craft. You can add a different, magazine, muzzle, etc. Oh, wait, I needed to. Oops. Oh, okay. So I just got two of the same knife blades. No add-ons. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I love the upgrading system in this game a lot.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet.
Oh, man, I love the name of these monsters.
They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
Yep, they couldn't keep it from rising up. Okay. I didn't think that would actually work, but it was worth a shot. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Energized.
That's right, I'm the best around.
They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you.
Aw, shucks.
A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. You complete them.
I'm not strong
From
enough.
this point on, the myriad is unbroken.
Yeah, we're just a myriad of mismatches and failures, but we're strong enough. What's up?
I was just looking to see if there were coupons, and there's not.
That's interesting. See, I didn't mean to back out. So I just assumed the commando would be more about shooting, since it's the one that gets the best starting gun, but so far these perks all seem to be mostly melee based. That's fine. I mean, as my bullets run out so fast, being able to whip out a melee weapon is good. But I'm going to need something better than this combat knife, that's for sure. Nope, go back. Open. Yeah, we're in a subway. I'm definitely seeing the Fallout comparisons, am I right?
Called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused
I didn't hit
was
you.
the end
I
of days for their
couch.
world.
Oh, that was
But
really
for
close to
us,
scary.
it was simple. Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you needed to pack a punch. Just wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Nice. And like all good, random equipment, I can also use it in combat. Also, it kind of looks like I'm dislocating my elbow right there.
Yeah.
My rocket-powered fist. Okay, I guess I just get all the... Okay, I don't know if this is because I'm playing on easy, but... Why add that to my list of things I can upgrade with
Tunnels
my
like this
perks,
still
just to
carry
give me
echoes from the
everything?
past. Can you hear it?
I
Are you
guess
playing New Game Plus?
no, I don't like this game's New Game Plus because it lets you start with all of your equipment from the previous game, and it doesn't let you change your class.
Ah.
Let that be a lesson, kids. Fisting kills.
I hate you.
Oh. Nice. I think that's a two-handed weapon, though, and I want one-handed weapons, but still, it's another weapon base that I can use. Bulletin boards! I'm pretty sure that finding all of these is a subquest.
That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention.
You know, do I
The
have
Toxanol
to?
Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay to clean it up. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
She's a brick house. Ooh. New grip.
Empty.
Empty, like my soul. Okay, that's the second time I've just gone back the direction I've come from.
Some of the beasts who live here have never seen day.
Really, because the door's right over there. They could just go out and take a look if they really wanted to. Now, I guess while I'm here, let's see about putting that new. Let's see if that. That's a grip. Oh, I don't have the
Tells
crafting
all your
material to
folks
put
to
it on
step
anyway.
way back.
Drugs.
This corner of the world is called Bricktown.
I think we kind of already knew that.
Let him narrate. That's his only job.
You found the track. Amazing it wasn't destroyed.
I don't see
So
the
much of
track.
this place was just discarded. No, it was never nice. It was new once, but that's not nearly the same thing. Just being new never lasts. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too.
So I don't have much commentary. I'm also playing Minecraft. You're good. Ooh. Oop. I leveled up. I can equip that hat now. Ooh, I got another hat. I got the hat. Mwah. Genius. Well, that requires me to be level 7.
You feel like you've figured it out.
Wait, no, I'm not done leveling myself up. I'm smart. Nice. Well, it's a shotgun base. Should I invest in shotguns
A
or stick
story
with the
has
assault
got to keep
rifles?
moving forward.
Maybe I could do both. Let's see. Okay, I know of people
What
losing
it
stuff
looks
in
like the
couches, but that's kind of
Fry Sparker's
ridiculous.
nodes need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working.
Sorry, but this is a microwave, not a sink.
It's a Fry Sparker mindset. Boom, you got something. It's not exactly
Who
what you
put
wanted,
that in the
but
microwave?
by the way,
It's made of metal. That's a fire hazard. Ooh, I like that. It's absolutely not worth wearing compared to what I've got, but I like the way it looks. Yeah, it actually doesn't look as good up close.
you should be able to use that.
That's cute. I'm totally wearing that. Oh yeah, I can technically wall jump. I say technically because, well, nah, I guess it is a wall jump, so it's not technical. It's a wall
Yes.
jump.
It's a yes.
There are some gorgeous colors returning to the world.
You're not wrong. This game does look great.
You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land. Sometimes hard to see for all the trees.
Taste my bullets.
Eyes on. Pound 'em down.
Weird.
What?
Why do they have such a beautiful hair design?
That's just that tribe's design.
Oh, it's their tribe. Okay. Do you choose what tribe you're part of?
I can only pick from 2. That's something I'm not the biggest fan of this game's New Game Plus. The only way to... So, this is my tribe,
Okay.
and this is the other tribe you can join, and you can only join one of the other 4 tribes in New Game Plus.
Oh.
So yeah, there's this tribe. That's the other douchebag from my flashback. There's that tribe. There's this tribe.
Fuck.
And then there's that tribe.
All right.
Oh. Is that a scrap tower? I think it is. Wait, this isn't a scrap tower. It's a psi, whatever. It's still useful and I want it.
The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to,
Chugga-chuggers are
and then you
semi-trucks,
can leg it from there.
Chugga chugga.
You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open.
Follow that trail. The trail we blaze is road uncharted.
Why'd you turn into a country song?
Because I do what I want.
Sometimes I wonder
It's the
though
chug
if you're
yard.
like possessed and
day
you're not
is
doing what
here.
you want.
Honey, I'd like to counter that argument with a single word. Slug.
Hey, I am possessed when that happens.
Uh-huh.
This
Possessed
box
is
once
something
tailed a
called
chugger-chugger. Now it's just off track.
That's just something weird Abby does when she's tired. Don't think too much about it.
Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Sizzler. Great shot. Bonker Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance.
Wee. Ow. Well, I think I broke him. Pills. Oh, another fast travel point. Wee.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, that is something else I like to kind of help you keep the map straight. I know I haven't met him yet, but the important NPCs will actually be on the map in the area by where they're located. Sorry, I want to finish following that trail though, so we're going to do that first.
Look at that. Right in the chug yard.
Chug your
Follow the rails and you'll
guess
find
chugs were
all
actually
sorts
trains.
of little treasures scattered all over. Of course not, but they get you closer to wherever you might want to go. Good work finding that track. They can teach you so much about the world. Keep looking for more.
You got it. But we'll do that later. It's time to pry open the door.
It's time for an adventure, for good or
Bills! Can I instead have that weapon he was using that look?
Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit.
This is a good
Now,
idea.
Let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took
deliberate.
that all the way down to the end.
By the way,
in
how was I not
flames.
cooked from where I was at? Even if I wasn't getting directly hit by the fire, that should have superheated that metal. Oh, that glowing thing in the middle of a radioactive biohazardous apocalypse. Let's open it.
It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past.
Hugga wugga.
The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin.
What's up, bro?
I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes you've had some use for it over the years.
Sort of.
He understands history made Loopa Loopin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of lost loved ones in your heart.
Right
That flame!
here.
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous!
I've got all the cold, sick burns you need, Dark.
Oh, do you have to insult me over this?
I don't have to, but I want to.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. But that's not important now.
No, he's no.
Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. It's the part of the land that suffered most from the apocalypse. It's deprived of oxygen, making it next to impossible for anything but creatures that were most contorted by the contamination.
What was that?
I think that was a bit of a delayed reaction.
Looked like you were either trying to eat him or choking. Well, you're choking on him.
Locked up tight. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Perfect. Now I've got a back door to come back in here. Gizmo's like, what the hell, dude? I had that locked for a reason. Actually, hold on. How far away would that suit be? Oh, wow. Okay, to get the oxygen suit, I gotta go all the way over there. I don't feel like doing that right now.
Oh, I didn't realize the world was that big.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take that long to get across it once you have some good, mounts. But, yeah, it's pretty big.
I guess that kind of explains the delay.
What do you mean delay?
Wasn't this game, like, delayed?
Oh, yeah, a bit. It was actually delayed by quite a bit.
Like 2 years, wasn't it?
Give or take. So where are the crates you need me to salvage?
Apparently 41 meters down.
Well, but that's for the quest of going into the dead zone.
Oh, I don't know.
Because it's supposed to be like, I need you to bring me back some scrap so I can fix it, but it doesn't make you actually go get the scrap just in case you've built up enough scrap on your own. Okay, the way the gauntlet's situated on my back, it looks like it's holding my rifle.
Cute. Being a helping hand.
Yeah, it is. Okay, let's go back and talk to Gizmo. Maybe I do. Maybe I ended up scrapping.
With that.
Oh,
There are things
that's a fast travel.
out there waiting for you.
Oh, I have a feeling you'll get annoying.
Well, I mean, our character doesn't talk, so.
He shouldn't need to remind you that he needs scrap to finish the Mekton.
Aw, leave bottles alone.
There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives.
Actually, I'm pretty sure he who does, dies.
Well, that's what half-live is. It's dying.
Oh. Okay.
One way.
One way. Alright, I guess I'll just build up some scrap on my own time and come back later. Wait, is that what I need? Is this what you talk about?
That's a resource totem. A monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean.
Blank. Okay, instead... Yeah, well, instead just meet up with the war party. However, I believe that's something I'm going to do next time, as it is lunchtime here. I'm getting hungry. Oh, so, yeah, I've been playing for a little over 2 hours, so I'd say that's a pretty good stream. Well, thank you all for joining me. I will see... Well, hopefully next time I do a stream, I'll have more of a voice. So, I'm not sure when, but I will see you then.